Hello guys, nice to see you and connect with you. We today go to the very interesting travel, and this is travel. I don't know, I wait so much this travel because we go to Arundel Castle. This is a very historical place. This is a castle of 12th century, and for me this is castle. Generally it's like a castle from fairy tale Anna and Elsa, and nowadays we can see them, and it's be unbelievable great to show you them with us, that you can drive and to see them with us. Generally, I wait so much this trip and cannot sleep at night. So you see me nowadays, I'm very sleepy and maybe a little bit tired, but I'm so much exciting that you see this castle with me. Look at only how it the grateful street in the Arundel. It's like little community city, but of course I think so that they little bit look like Windsor. I think so. And nowadays we try to find a good parking. Oh, we come to the unbelievable place. This is like market. Not forget to subscribe. And for me, this is tradition very interesting. The tooth fair. When you put it teeth when children little on this book, and in the morning, somebody, of course, parents put it, and money come back to you. And this is we see a lot of grateful stuff what try to solve people. Generally it's decoupage technique, a lot of other techniques, and they sold them very cheap. You see, this is box. It's really easier to doing, and in my opinion, even you maybe can do it. But it's a lot of interesting and funny things what you can buy for yourself. And nearly this castle. This is a plan of the castle, and wow! Nowadays I see this castle the first time like you, and only look how they big and how they grateful. Of course, I'm not happy that it's a little bit up. And nowadays we wake up at this castle. Only look two big hills and a lot of flowers, but I cannot be patient. That is like quality flowers gardens. Yeah, and a big castle with like looking very new one, with a big of column and very huge. This is the opening of the castle, and we go inside. Generally, where is the exit? There is the entrance too. And nowadays we come inside, and it's like, inside of my heart, like because this is unbelievable castle. They really looking new one, but it's because this is where we go now. It's 18th century building, but also this is castle started to build at 12th century. Unbelievable, all what you see inside. Unbelievable church and cathedral. They talk about historical of cathedral also, and you see a lot of picture there, and gold also exciting so much about it. But generally you see also they started to build at 12th of the century, and nowadays we are inside, everything looking like so much new, so much great. But this is like fairy tale story. You see all of these stairs, all of this ground, but I say the man that I'm Juliet and I must stay there. And this is even like in Turkish, yeah, like very big and huge. And Gold asked me why so little window they have, and I said to her, this is window because they don't want a lot of wind in the winter. That's why they want of course a sun, but don't want to have a lot of window. And you see nowadays a historical part, yeah, so rebuilt at 15th century and of course at 18th century. And generally this is leave the person who like killed Elizabeth I in the historical of British, who killed a lot of people, take out hat and even her sister. So nowadays we go with all of the people in this place inside in the castle, and this is a room for the guardian room. So that is, you see a lot of things. They even was down, yeah, and of course before there was a little bit another, you see a candle, you see interesting books, and also outside you see a lot of stuff what guardians can use. And nowadays we try to find what is inside of the box. Gold tried to catch what is the first box, and in the first box we see especially protect for the guardians. And nowadays she tries second box. She very exciting. We try them and she cannot understand what is this. Even I cannot understand what is this. Oh, this is water. This is a bottle of water. And of course we want to try a third one. Yeah, and generally about third one, even I first don't know what is it, but then people says to me that this is that protect, like one of the part of protection of the guardians. But yes, it was exciting. And nowadays we go a little bit up with the huge slicey stairs, and this is room of the lady, and this is Lady Queen. We hear a lot of French talking generally, and we see that guardians stay nearly here. We see a plan where we stay, and the next room is the room of musketeers, yeah, guardians of musketeers that really protect her. And also I want that you put attention how they do a piece of material, yeah, at that time. But this is Matilda. Queen lives there, but generally people say if the Queen Matilda lives there, it means that it's not so much important queen, but I think in another. And this is how they write in that time. Of course it was interesting, and of course Gold wants to play in the musician instrument. Yes, it was nice for her to do a musical composition. Yeah, of course, yeah. So not forget to subscribe, and it's nice that you look at me. Yeah. Then the next place where you go, it's you see how huge the castle. And we go at the very interesting part of the story. So this is what you see nowadays, built at 12th century, and we go to the 15th century. And the story of the castle very interesting, because the king England once and Scottish and Norway king wants to be a king too. So first of all, the King of England goes to fight with Scottish people, and then he win them, and then he wants to go to the Norse people, Normandia, and wants to win them, but not win. And then the king of Normandia started to be a king of this palace, also started to was here, and he put it a person there who was the main person, and but the person was not good. He take a building of the people and sold them their building and have a money. And of course the king killed that guy and put it in this castle, her queen. And this is queen was there, but then of course Henry I was die. She married with another guy, and this is place where we nowadays build that new leader of country in Ugai. And nowadays you see a very grateful cathedral inside. And also we find a toilet place. Yeah, a lot of shit go there. Yeah, it's like a little bit dangerous, but of course, and also protection guards. You see up, they're very strong and very heavy. Yeah, and in this nowadays I explained to you that this is a very big, beautiful place, and this is the place where king and queen marriage, and how unbelievable they, how grateful they looking, and pretty white colors, a good of different pictures, yeah, in the walls with the glass, and yeah, and then we go to the another castle room. And you see when we go in the stairs, you see a lot of places where you can rest, sit down. Also, you see at another part, yeah. So of course, as the people who was king and queen, they can sit there and rest and wait when they ask them to come. And the next, you must understand that only now when I see this is kind of the bed with wood, I understand that this is wood really a little bit bad. That is old wood, because not when you walk in this place it look like everything new. So generally you must understand that in this castle you cannot do video, but I've done it for you because I want that you see all of the prettiest what I have. So that's why, yeah, sometimes you see that some pictures of course be a little bit shortly, but you see all of the stuff what inside, how huge they are, how big they are, how unbelievable they are, historical. But I'm a little bit feel myself old person because outside me a lot of old people, of course, because we come not in weekends, and a lot of people in the age come and look this castle. Generally also we see a lot of picture of Henry I, but I can say to you that this is Henry I, but I can say to you that Henry I generally, this is the starting of the historical of British. Remember Henry VIII, he killed 8 wives, so it's not great. This is picture we like so much, and also we see a lot of places, we see how they look, but in some of the way they little bit look not historical, in some of the way very historical. This is like the metrical things in this castle. So nowadays you see places where people can come eat. Of course this is already stuff of the 18th century, because if it's the 12th century they of course looking more not new, and go to do a lot of picture because then she want to draw them. This is my favorite color of the bottles. You see they stay there, and really huge and unbelievable castle, and a lot of rooms, some of them already looking like 18th century rebuilding, because this is castle was solding. Nowadays that is not government property, so the owner of this building to give people to have excursion of this castle, and people come and of course to walk, to see how it goes, what is a huge castle, and of course in this place I even don't know that you can go inside. Yes, so the people say to us, and we nowadays go to see also bedrooms of more historical times, and this is one and second bedroom, and also bathroom. A bathroom is very interesting because, you know, in this historical part of the castle you see a bathroom. This is like new even bath inside, and when you go to the second, you even cannot imagine that this is another one. Yeah, so in these places we see a lot of things, and see the 18th century stuff stay in the table, and you even can touch them, but I don't want, of course, I'm afraid. Yeah, so the next we look the next bedroom. You see how the rat, huge, big. This is a typical of the bed in Britain history generally, because I always see the so big bed. And this is bathroom metal, I don't know, it's very interesting why the metal, like in old times, and not forget to subscribe, and because in this channel you hear a lot of interesting story historical. So generally nowadays we had another bedroom, they more old. But this is bedroom not for the highest people, it's a bedroom for the waitress, nursery, like everybody who needs to the queen or king and come to every second. Yeah, you see they're a little bit different, they have stairs and you can go in any places up or down when you sleep there, and of course not pretty so much like another one. The picture, very interesting picture with legs, and nowadays you not believe we are in Victoria bedroom, Victoria Queen bedroom. So she even stayed there, she even was there. See how bad was her big huge rose, and also see her table for makeuping. Yeah, see how she write it there's something in the list, and also yeah, everything looking like very 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 old things and very very old stuff. Generally Queen Victoria is my favorite queen in the history. Maybe because I'm Victoria, I don't know, because somebody talked to me about that she was queen, I feel myself queen too. And gold like this is room so much. And the next it's her apartment near the bedroom. Yeah, so this is another room, like living room, and this is her traditional portrait. The Victoria Queen was not thin person. It's 1897. Yeah, and a lot of interesting portraits there. And I remind you that maybe in some of the video it's not a great video, but I remember to you that we can't do video there at all, but this is video I do for you that you can look at them inside and to look, understand how is it, what is this. And also like we don't know who is this guy, but he very big. Yeah, it's like private part of the library or the room for the reading of Queen Victoria. Of course I think that maybe this portrait not stay there because she put it, of course, Albert portrait if there. So, and nowadays we are go inside Queen Victoria Library. Look how many books, look how old they are, and you even cannot believe. But I think that if you not read the books, even the old, they die. But see how this is perfect library, how they huge, how they have a lot of table, how they have a lot of places to walk. Yeah, and also outside the library we see this is preview room, and inside of the library you see a lot of great light. And then we go down, and this is down part of the castle. This is more coldest part of the castle, and it's look like bombing place. Yeah, when if come bombs you needed to go down. And there is a lot of the part. It's interesting that this is a Russia building outside, and nearly it was Germany's bomb. Outside we see one more time a lot of animal. I don't know how they saved from all of this time, and generally it was killed as animal, but this is the kind how people live at their place. A very interesting marketing. They do a gap of territory for the name, and you can buy your name with the gap of provincia where do you live. Then we go to eat. I never not try so disgusting sausage, and this is what was inside. Generally I mostly cannot eat them because it's like but I was so much hungry, that's why I eat. But then how we know the results was not good, we sit in the toilet a lot, so be careful. But this drink was very tasty, and cake was very tasty. And then we go to the gardens, and we travel there a little bit, see a castle, of course, one more time. The ticket, we buy the ticket, but you must understand the ticket costs £27 is for gardens and for castle. Also, I'm not like to walk with somebody, with friends, because sometimes they tired faster than I, and nowadays my friends go to wait me in the car and they says to me be fast, and this is what I'm not like. So you see, like always, this is a very grateful flowers place. I'm joking, yes, but generally in my country people like this one, so see how it's gotten perfectly. But first of all, we go to St. Mary's Church. Generally this is a place where people dance, and it's a lot of fighting was there, and people who buy this property and nowadays also put it to death people there of their family. So you see Maria Teresa in 2003, and also you see a very historical people inside who was dead, or some of the part of their monument. Very gratefully, very even, like, you go and inside of you even afraid and worry. So we go to garden nowadays, and we are there. See, wow, that's very interesting things. Even I want to have the future wedding, and maybe I was be happy to have a picture of wedding there, because it's quite of nice and very huge, very big. You see there is a lot of cafes, you can sit it and rest. And then we go to the places where a lot of flowers, where a lot of tomatoes, and gold speak to us. Sorry about them. Subscribe and not forget to write down comments. Because it's a lot of very interesting information. So generally you see that there's a lot of water, pool, fountains. I know that the previous time you can go inside. My friend says to me because they were there. And generally also you see a lot of fountains, and you see a lot of flowers, and Gold says about that this is suns goes inside but they cannot go out. That's why the temperature are so much huge, and the flowers can growing up and also you see a lot of leaves, trees, and of course then the trees can come to the garden. You see a tomato, another type of tomato, and of course they smell so much tasty, and I even want to eat them, but I understand they not ready. Maybe if they're ready I will try them. So and of course in any places you will read the historical points about this castle. You see a cow and a king sings stay in the water. You can walk right down, yes, and in this place called mostly hurt her leg so much she fell down from the roof, and I was worried so much about her, but she very strong. You see the king sings in her head. But it's very grateful square, very grateful park. It's like cave. You can walk, you can rest, you can even, it's a lot of sun, you can go down from the sun, it's a lot of leaves. It's unbelievable grateful, because I don't know, it's like one of my favorite castle and one of my favorite place. It's hard that all of this not show to you how pretty and how it's grateful, this natural, and how unbelievable good all of this what you see nowadays. Shortly places, and of course I can do a lot of videos nearly cathedral. Generally we cannot go to cathedral, they was closed, but maybe you will be more lucky if you go there. You see only how it's the red trees, unbelievable, big, so much big cathedral. So much interesting flowers everywhere. So you can go and to see a lot of the smell of these flowers that give you a lot of energy and walking and castle, so much huge and big. But also in the territory of Arundel we find the stores, and for me onion in the bottle is very interesting. And we go with gold and we talk about that this is maybe our favorite castle, what we even see. And of course, if you want to walk, rest, you can come to there and visit this castle. Thank you for the watching. Not forget to subscribe yourself and to the belling, and see you